Civilization takes breaks, barbarism never clocks out. A haunting truth we love to ignore. When Charles Darwin proposed the theory of natural selection, he didn't just launch a scientific revolution, he rattled the very foundations of human cognition, rivaling Copernicus. No longer God's chosen center of the universe. We were, like everything else, just adapting. But while Darwin focused on finches and fossils, others took the evolutionary lens and turned it towards society itself. Welcome to Social Darwinism, an attempt to explain human history and social structure, not by divine will or moral imperative, but by natural mechanisms: struggle, competition, survival, and yes, even elimination. Of course, things got messy. Social Darwinism became a philosophical battlefield in early 20th century. Critics condemned it as a monstrous justification for inequality, imperialism, even genocide. And to be fair, they weren't entirely wrong when the Nazis adopted a grotesquely twisted version of survival of the fittest. By the end of World War I, in the US at least, the theory had been buried. But here's the thing. A theory can be misused, twisted, hijacked, and still contain truths we dare not ignore. Social Darwinism was not, at its core, an excuse for evil. It was a bold, even brutal attempt to understand the machinery of civilization through a scientific lens. It sought to expose the raw mechanisms behind our noble illusions, and in doing so became both dangerous and essential. Yes, social Darwinism has been abused. It's been weaponized into cold logic. The poor, unfit; the rich, naturally superior; charity, against the rules of evolution. But while the theory was being publicly denounced, behind the polished speeches and progressive slogans, the very same elites were playing an even more ruthless game. They ridiculed social Darwinism while living it better than anyone. In truth, evolution never stayed locked in the biology cabinet. It spilled over into psychology, anthropology, neuroscience, economics, and even AI. Natural selection became a method, a metaphor, and a model. We discovered that much of what we do, our ambitions, tribalisms, sacrifices, betrayals, aren't rational at all. They're ancient behavioral scripts passed down by 1,000 generations of survival pressures. Social Darwinism in this light is a precursor to memetics, to cultural evolution, to the idea that ideas themselves fight for survival, just like genes. Social Darwinism is neither a devil nor a messiah. It's a mirror, one that reflects the dark structures beneath our polite institutions. The real question isn't whether the theory is good or evil. The question is, now that we understand how brutal natural selection really is, are we willing to rise above it? Are we ready to build civilizations that transcend selection, instead of disguising it in the language of virtue? That's not an easy path. It requires conscious resistance to our own instincts and a price that no algorithm can predict. Something we reject, often live on in the systems we refuse to change. Thank you for watching.